Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being with me again in this live section. So, big day is loading. Yes, July 18th, 2025. Guess what, guys? I'm going to be telling you guys the possible outcome of what is going to be happening on 18 July because it's going to be a very big day. And all eyes are on the Federal High Court in Abuja, Nigeria, as NNAMDI KANU faces a critical moment in his trial. The judge will rule on a major legal move called a no-case submission. If the judge agrees, Nnamdi Kanu could finally walk free. But what exactly can happen? Let's break down these possible outcomes in a way that everyone can understand. So, the number one is if the judge rules in favor of Nnamdi Kanu, that is victory. Kanu will be released immediately. He walks out of the DSS custody. That is if the judge rules in favor of Nnamdi Kanu, which we automatically say it is what victory. So Kanu will be released immediately and he will walk out of DSS custody immediately. And second, the court may say there is no strong case against him, so no need for what his trial. Now, big celebration will erupt across the southeast and among IPOB what followers. The federal government might accept the decision and move on, or they might say no way and appeal the judgment, delaying what his release. Kanu's lawyers may sue the government for wasting his time. Court may say DSS acted illegally and even order them to pay damages. IPOB might declare a victory day or suspend sit-at-home as a peace gesture. Peace talks might start between Southeast leaders and federal government. Kanu could speak publicly, thanking supporters and calling for peace. That is the possible cause of what is going to be happening on the 18th July. So, if the judge rules in favor of Nnamdi Kanu, it is victory. But now, the federal government may just want to, delay decision. That is what may happen. And maybe if they delay the decision, the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu may sue the government for delaying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's process. So the part two is the second thing is if the judge rejects the no submission case, that if the judge rejects the no case submission, the case continues. Trial continues. Kanu remains in DSS custody. The judge may say the evidence is strong enough to hear the full trial. The case will go into what full gear. Witnesses will be called. More court dates will set. Kanu's team might rush to the appeal court to stop the trial again. Frustration may rise among his supporters. More protests possible. IPOB may increase sit-at-home protests or pressure the federal government online. DSS may still keep him in tight custody, no bail granted. The judge may fast-track the case to avoid dragging to 2026. Kanu's health might become a topic again. Medical reports may be filed. International human rights group might renew pressure on the federal government again. All these things will possibly come to pass if the judge rejects the no case submission, meaning that Kanu will still remain in DSS custody. The Kanu's team might rush to the appeal court to stop the trial again. Frustration may rise again among the supporters, and which will lead to more possible protests. So, in order to avoid this, they should just better release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the 18th July. So, another one is the technical or delayed outcomes, stalling or shockers. The judge may postpone the ruling again, maybe due to pressure or logistics. The DSS or prosecution might bring new charges or evidence to buy more time. And courts might say charges are weak, some are strong, that's splitting the case. If there's a national issue like strike, insecurity, public holiday, the ruling may be delayed. One lawyer or party may fail to appear, stalling everything. DSS might even ignore court orders and refuse to release Kanu even if he wins. Judge might recuse himself, meaning a new judge takes over. Court might order both parties to settle politically and not legally. A surprise witness might show up and change the whole game. Kanu might request to be moved from DSS to a hospital or his home. This is what will really happen if the judge does not accept that no submission case. they may come and start postponing it due to pressure or logistics. So maybe sometimes now the judge may now want to, recuse himself. This is what happens when this is what happens when they don't accept the no submission case. And before you know it, DSS or the prosecution might even want to bring new charges or new evidence just to buy more time, just to see if Kanu will still be in detention. All these are delays. So another thing going on is another possible outcome for if the judge does not approve the no submission case is going to be only terrorism charges, missed outcomes of political gameplay, only terrorism charges dropped, but he still faces other ones like treason. Federal government may delay ruling to negotiate with Southeast elders behind closed doors. UN or ECOWAS may release a statement putting pressure on Nigeria. Supporters in the diaspora may hold international protests or rallies. If refused, Kanu might demand Biafra referendum immediately. Politicians may jump on the moment. Some will call it justice, some will call it his danger. Even if Kanu is released, 2027 elections may take a new turn, especially in the southeast. That is one thing that they are not aware of. If this 2027 election that is about to happen now, if they release him, election will take a new turn. Definitely it will, especially in the southeast. Federal government may grant him freedom now, but restrict his travel or speech. DSS may try to rearrest him on different charges same day. If Kanu wins, IPOB might restructure into what? A political a political movement. If Kanu wins, IPOB might restructure into a political movement. So you guys are seeing the possible outcomes of what is going to happen on the 18th July. That if the judge refuses the no submission case, the one thing is that they don't know is that the more the judge refuses the no submission case, the more protests keep erupting in Nigeria, especially in the southeast. The more people keep protesting. So it is just better they release him, because what the federal government are trying to do now, they're trying to use delay statics. Thereby, the JSS will now start bringing more charges against him, and before you know what is happening, they will tell you that Nnamdi Kanu will still have to be in detention, which means they're trying to see if they will even buy more time in order to keep him there. Now, before you know it, now the process of buying more time, the judge, that's the current judge now, Justice Mutosho, would want to recuse himself. And they can't keep recusing judges. We can know if Justice Omotosho is the one handling his case now, let him handle it to the end. At least he is fair than Justice Binta Nyako. So political, legal, and social reactions. What is next after the ruling? If Kanu wins, Biafra activities may see it as a divine intervention and push harder. Northern groups might criticize the ruling and claim it's a security risk. Southeast leaders may demand a political solution immediately. If rejected, Kanu's lawyer may head to Supreme Court directly. Ruling may deepen political divisions in Nigeria, especially between regions. Kanu's release may influence youth, activism, and national debates. More people may join IPOB, seeing Kanu as a symbol of strength. The courtroom may be flooded with journalists, local and international. If DSS disobeys court order, Nigerian judiciary credibility may be questioned. If ruling favors DSS, human rights lawyer may take the case towards ECOWAS again. So let us look at the psychological and public mood effect of everything that is going to happen if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. So Kanu's family may hold press briefings or church thanksgiving if released. Like, people would rejoice a lot. They will even give thanks to God that, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is finally released. His supporters may hold freedom parades or rallies across what cities. His supporters may hold freedom parade. Like, it will be a joyful celebration, honestly, across every state. Across every state, it's going to be a joyful celebration. Now, if denied, like I told you guys, if he's being released, there's going to be a massive joy, lot of freedom parades will take place in different states. But if denied, it may cause emotional breakdown for loyal followers. The ruling might spark deep anger or joy depending on who you ask. Social media will explode. Free Nnamdi Kanu might trend globally. I'm just telling you guys the possible outcome of what is going to happen if this man is not released on 18 July. So all eyes is on Justice James Omotosho. If denied, if this man's freedom is denied on 18 July, it might cause emotional breakdown for loyal followers. The ruling might spark deep anger or joy depending on who you ask. Social media will explode. You will now be seen everywhere. Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with the hashtag Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and it will go global. Now, some Nigerians may say justice is finally served, while others will say Nigeria is what doomed. Some people will be saying, "Oh, thank God," because I told you guys, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have enemies. The way people love him is not the way some people also like him. So some people will start saying, "Oh, justice has finally been served to him," while other people will say Nigeria is what doomed. Misinformation may spread quickly, so many fake news headlines may follow. Before you know it, you start hearing of fake news. Even when something really happened in court, they will not the all these online sites will now have to change it in a way that it will not favor Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Religious leaders may start preaching about justice and freedom, because if this is not released, something is really going to happen in Nigeria. If this man is not released, people are going to protest. People who love him will protest a lot. Before you know it, the religious leaders may start preaching about justice and freedom in their churches. Influencers may turn the issue into comedy, skits, or viral words commentary. Kanu himself may appear visibly weak or energized, affecting what public what sympathy. Now, I'll be telling you guys the long-term ripple effect of all these whole things if he's not released and if he's released. If released, IPOB may request a dialogue with Tinubu government. The ruling may impact the Southeast economy, especially if peace returns. A victory may silence critics who said Kanu was finished. If rejected, IPOB headlines may feel abandoned by the court. DSS may use the ruling to tighten security around Kanu. Lawyers who won the case may become national heroes to IPOB. Kanu's victory could boost the image of the Nigerian judiciary at home and abroad. A negative ruling may lead to shutdowns or stay-at-home protests again. Federal government may introduce new laws or tougher measures to control separatist movements. Dialogue or referendum talks may begin to avoid future unrest. Now, you see this July 18th is not just about one man, it's about justice, freedom, power, politics, and peace in Nigeria. So whether Nnamdi Kanu wins or loses, the ripple effect will shake the country. So keep your eyes on the court. We are keeping our eyes on Justice Omotosho. Let's not do what this country regrets. Let's not look for let us not look at the ripple effect of what all these whole things will take. So his release is better now. It's better they release him on the 18th July to avoid stories, to avoid long-term repercussions, to avoid things that will not likely be good in Nigeria because of the protests, all this protest that is going to emerge. Before you know it, it will not people will start preaching about freedom and justice. Let it not just be like the way Nelson Mandela's own was, because people started even protesting for Nelson Mandela. They were carrying placards. They started preaching about freedom and justice everywhere for Nelson Mandela. So they should just release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so it won't be like Nelson Mandela's own. So I'll be telling you guys international media and diplomatic reactions to all these things if the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not released on 18 July. Foreign media outlets like CNN, BBC, and Al Jazeera may run breaking stories. Diplomatic missions like the US, the UK, the EU might release official statements calling what for justice. If DSS ignores the ruling, Nigeria may face diplomatic pressure or sanctions or threats. Kanu's legal team may petition international courts or human rights bodies again. ECOWAS courts may reopen earlier decisions if federal government disobey courts again. Kanu supporters abroad may storm embassies in peaceful protests. Kanu may seek asylum in another country if released. A global free Kanu movement may trend again for days. International observers might say Nigeria's democracy is on trial. Federal government may set up a diplomatic team to manage foreign black backlash if ruling favors Kanu. So I'll be telling you guys security and military and DSS fallout. DSS may deploy heavy security in Abuja and Southeast to manage reaction. That is what they are going to do. Maybe during that time, when they have seen that people are not protecting, DSS will now start deploying heavy securities in Abuja and Southeast so that to be able to manage people's reaction because they know people are going to react aggressively. So security operatives may harass journalists, our supporters at the court premises. A DSS spokesperson may address the press to justify past actions. DSS may delay or frustrate the release process even after ruling. Federal government may accuse the indigenous people of Biafra of plotting unrest, and after court ruling, secret surveillance may increase around Kanu and his family post-release. Army checkpoints may increase in the east as a precautionary move. Federal government may label IPOB as still dangerous even after court ruling. Kanu may speak out against DSS mistreatment in interviews or media chats. DSS may link documents or recordings to point Kanu in a bad light. So I will tell you guys the legal drama and behind the scenes politics. A fresh contempt of court suit may be filed against DSS if they disobeyed. New secret indictments may be brought up to rearrest Kanu quickly. Federal government may claim national security override to delay or block the release. Kanu may fire or replace some liars depending on what the outcome. So I'm just telling you guys legal drama and behind the scene politics. So powerful people behind the scenes may push for security political deal. Another faction in IPOB may disagree with Kanu's leadership. After ruling, federal government may offer conditional release. Example, Kanu can't talk politics again. Federal government might invite Southeast leaders for a post-court roundtable. Court registry or bail office might suddenly claim technical delay in processing the papers. Kanu might go silent for a while after release, planning next big movement carefully. So guys, I'm just telling you guys what you need to know about the outcome of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So I would want you guys to stay with me to the end of this video and also drop your comments below and tell me what you guys really think about the possible outcome of what is going to be taking place in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court case on the 18th July. So let me tell you guys the strategic moves and unexpected surprises of what will really happen. If the judge delays ruling again, public trust in the judiciary may drop badly. The pro-Kanu lawyers may hold a press conference calling the system corrupt. Judgment-paid influencers may spin the judgment to claim public anger, and DSS may transfer Kanu secretly to another detention location, causing panic. Courts may order DSS to allow public access or media coverage of Kanu. A sudden illness may be announced for Kanu on court day, delaying his ruling. If ruling favors Kanu, he might go into the temporary hiding to avoid rearrest. Kanu might give judgment late in the evening to limit public reaction. An emergency protest or riots might break out if the ruling is seen as unfair. So federal governments may impose a temporary ban on social media platforms to stop what the uproar. So let me tell you guys the impact on IPOB, politics and national unity. IPOB may call for national shutdown across major cities if ruling is what negative. Ruling may unite or divide the indigenous people of Biafra factions depending on leadership what reactions. If ruling favors Kanu, other separatist groups like the Oduduwas, the Niger Delta may become so bold. Federal governments may consider offering Kanu amnesty in exchange for peace. Political parties may use the case to gain favor in the southeast. Some Southeast senators and reps may celebrate openly or call for more what reforms. Ruling may shape the tune for of ruling may shape the tune of 2027 presidential election, especially what for Igbo candidates. Churches may hold special services or vigils to thank God for his release. Nnamdi Kanu might set up a foundation for justice or Biafra education. The ruling may influence youth movements and national protest energy. So I'm telling you guys, the media, street, and public pause. If all those things, if Mazen Namdekalu is freed, and if he is not what free at last, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter will flood with reaction videos and skits about Mazen Namdekalu. Artists may release freedom songs, poems, or documentaries about what Kanu's journey. If ruling favors him, free at last t-shirts and posters may go viral. Street vendors may sell Kanu merchandise, turning it into what? A movement. Comedians and musicians may turn the outcome into sat or songs. Some Nigerians may say it's a distraction from real what? National issues. Youths may feel empowered to speak up on injustice and human rights. Ruling may expose deep tribal and regional divides in media what reactions. So international activities may nominate Kanu for Peace and Human Rights Award. A movie or doc series may be developed based on the ruling and Kanu's life. That is what is going to really happen if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released and if he is not released. Just like I told you guys, we are looking at what the possible outcomes, what we really think will happen on the 18th July. So guys, I would also love to know your own points. What do you guys really think will be happening on the 18th July? So there's some hidden forces and power politics. The top Nigerian elites may interfere quietly to influence the judgment. Yes, federal government may secretly offer Kanu a peace deal tied to what? Silence or what? Relocation. The judge may receive threats, bribes, or external pressure behind the scene. If released, APC may try to align with Kanu for political leverage in 2027. Powerful Igbo people, businessmen, or monarchs may step in to control what the narrative. Kanu might be banned. Kanu might be banned from making political statements as a release condition. A fresh Operation Python dance might be launched quietly in the southeast. DSS may plant rumors or fake stories to weaken public sympathy for Kanu. Other prisoners might start demanding similar treatment or release. Federal governments may hijack the ruling day with another major national announcement to distract what attention. So I'll be telling you guys the tech, digital, and online fallout. Federal governments may block or limit what mobile data or network coverage in key cities that day. Nnamdi Kanu's followers may launch a massive So guys, like I told you guys, we'll be talking about the tech, digital, and what the online fallout. So federal governments may block or limit mobile data or network coverage in key cities that day. Nnamdi Kalu's followers may launch a massive online broadcast before or after court. So deep fake videos may be created to what confuse the public, and DSS might leak audio or video clips of Kanu's detention moments. Hackers or online IPOP tech groups might target the federal government's website. A live stream of the ruling may go viral or worldwide if the media is allowed. Online pastors or prophets may claim they saw the ruling in a vision. Fake Twitter accounts may post false judgments, confusing the public. Online fraud for legal cost or IPOP projects may skyrocket. Some social media accounts might get banned or restricted for incitement. Social rebuilding or further division. I'll tell you guys. If Kanu walks free today, there could be national call for restructuring Nigeria. You guys are aware of that one. Youth group may push for mass voter registration in the southeast. If rejected, some youths may say Nigeria is not for us, fueling this separatist anger. Peace ambassadors may rise in the east, preaching what unity and calm. Churches may start praying for Biafra peace Sundays. Schools may hold debates and lectures on justice for Kanu's case. Families of slain indigenous people of Biafra members may return to court demanding justice. Kanu's image may appear on murals, graffiti or billboard as symbol. New Biafra teen books, music or poems may be published. The outcome may shape the future of ethnic relations in Nigeria for a very long time. So these are the possible outcomes of what is going to be happening in 18 July if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, and if he is not released. So let's take a look at the reaction, because people are going to react. Reactions on the streets, homes, or what communities. If Kanu wins, some people may dance on the streets while others mourn quietly, depending on their views. Some angry Nigerians may say, why did they arrest him in the first place then? If he is freed, markets may shut down for celebration in some cities. If denied, businesses in Southeast may close in fear of violence. Some citizens may relocate temporarily from fear of unrest. That's from fear of unrest. Community elders may start village peace dialogues to calm the youth. Some local politicians, they may want to distance themselves from the case, publicly. So if IPOB rejoices too much, federal government may label it a threat to national unity. If DSS delay his release, some youth may attempt to storm DSS office, risking clashes and burning down some places. Media houses may send mobile crews to Onitsha, Aba, Enugu, and Abuja for instant reactions. What Kanu might do next if released? These are the possible things Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will do next if he's released. Kanu may go to National Tower thanking his supporters, right? He might call for a Biafra referendum. He might call for a Biafra referendum date openly. Kanu may change IPOB structure, bringing in new leadership or lawyers. He might open a peace center or political academy. He might grant his first interview to foreign press, the BBC, the CNN, or the Al Jazeera. Kanu might call for a One Voice Biafra conference with global supporters. He might speak calmly to avoid giving federal government another excuse for arrest. He might take a break from activism, claiming health recovery. Kanu may drop a long video message breaking down the entire court journey. He might sue the Nigerian government, he might sue international governments or agencies that aided in his arrest abroad. These are the things that Kanu will likely do if he's being released on the 18 July. His supporters. So I will tell you guys the cultural, the artistic, and educational impact. So Nollywood may produce a film titled Kanu, The Trial of Freedom Fighter. it is not hard for Nigerians or the Nollywood industry. They'll definitely produce a film titled Kanu's Trial or Freedom Fighter. New songs may trend like Free Man from Biafra, Justice Served. Of people would, the indigenous people of Biafra would definitely make a song for him. So all these artists or all these cartoonists may draw him as a lion or a prophet figure, because definitely he is a lion. He's a strong man. He's a prophet figure because everything he has been saying in Nigeria is what is coming to pass. So Nigerian students may write projects or on Kanu's what legal battles. A book may be published titled From London to the was DSS cell. Podcast hosts may dedicate an entire season to his trial journey. Skit makers may turn courtroom events into what viral content. Kanu might be invited to speak at global justice or freedom conferences. So that is what will be likely going on. International NGOs may make him a face of anti-oppression campaign. A memorial may be built in his hometown in honor of the legal struggle. Economic and business angle. If this returns after ruling, Southeast economy may bounce back fast. Businesses may start printing Biafra themed clothing, key chains, flags. If ruling sparks protests, transport and logistics company may halt services in some areas. Investors may delay decision on Southeast real estate or infrastructure. Some crowdfunding may be launched to support detained indigenous people of Biafra member. Kanu may raise money for the Biafran Legal Defense Fund. Local fintechs may create apps or donation links to support justice projects. Diaspora business owners may sponsor campaigns in his honor. The pro-IPOB shops may display banners "Justice Won" or "Biafra Rises Again". The economic effect of the ruling, that is good or bad, may be felt nationwide within 48 hours. Like, this is possibly what will be going on the 18th of July if he's released and if he's not released. So let me tell you guys the extended courtroom scenarios and legal loopholes. The judge may refuse to read the full ruling publicly to avoid what tension. He will just give the summary. Court may restrict attendance, allowing only lawyers and what security agents. If the court finds technical errors in federal government charges, it might strike out the case silently. The prosecution may withdraw one or more charges at the last minute. One of the judges or court staff may be replaced suddenly, which is what a rising questions. If the judge is seen as biased, there may be calls for a retrial. Courts may seal some documents or rulings from public access. Kanu's legal team may file for a freedom of information request if things are hidden. Foreign embassy observers may attend the court discreetly. A surprise testimony or legal twist could emerge last minute and change everything. So let us look at the deeper psychological and personal effects. Kanu may return from DSS looking Yes, Kanu might return from DSS looking physically changed or visibly emotional. If denied again, he might go silent for days, no messages, no interviews. If he wins, Kanu might thank specific individuals or nations who stood by him. Some indigenous people of Biafra members may feel betrayed depending on his face statement after release. His family may hold a symbolic homecoming, traditional rites, or Thanksgiving. Kanu's mental health, whether strong or shaky, may influence how people view the trial. Federal governments they may send secret delegates to apologize or negotiate in private. If rejected, some lawyer supporters may feel hopeless and drop what activism. If released, he might break down in tears on camera, touching millions of hearts. He may issue a spiritual or prophetic statement linking his release toward divine timing. So let's talk about the unexpected delays, drama, and distractions. Heavy rain or court facility failure, lights, power, roof leak could delay the court section. Fake viral news may break early in the morning saying he's being freed, causing what? Confusion. And protesters from opposing sides so protesters from opposing sides may clash outside the court, forcing security what? To intervene. One of the lawyers, defense or prosecution may collapse from stress or exhaustion. A DSS vehicle may malfunction or disappear temporarily, delaying Kanu's arrival. Federal government may hold an emergency press briefing same day, attempting to control the narrative. Court registrar may mysteriously misplace some files, causing adjournments. A witness may recant previous testimony, showing the case off balance, right? Federal government may claim external pressure or international threats to delay release. Another activist may be arrested some same day to shift attention what from the judgment. That is what is going to really happen on the 18th of July if he's released and if he's not released. Also, don't forget that we are talking about the possible outcomes, right, of what will happen on the 18th of July if Martin Abdikali is released and if he is not what released. Because we all know that this 18th July, all eyes will be on the justice, all eyes will be on Justice James Omotosho, because many people will be their ears will be itching to know what is really going on. So, guys, stay with me to the end of this live section. So let's talk about the secret deals, leaks, and betrayals. A leaked voice note or memo may surface showing federal government try to what? Influence the judge. This is only if he's not released. So a top official or DSS insider may turn a whistleblower, revealing injustice behind Kanu's detention. Kanu may reveal that he was offered released months ago under secret conditions but refused. Some indigenous people of Biafra members may accuse others of selling out or collecting bribes. A known Kanu critic may suddenly surprise his release, shocking everyone. Federal government may try to quietly open a new case against Kanu even before the ruling is done. A senior judge or senior advocate of Nigeria may publicly condemn the entire process, adding what? Pressure. Lawyers may walk out if court appears to lean unfairly. Federal government may try to silence Kanu with a conditional freedom deal that includes exile. A surprise ruling from a higher court may drop the same day, superseding everything. So, spiritual and prophetic reactions. This is what will really happen if Martin Abdikali is released. This will be the outcome and reactions of some prophets or spiritual fathers. The pastors or imams may claim God revealed this exact ruling to me last year. Some may say Kanu's victory is divine punishment for Nigerians' injustice. Prophecies may begin circulating about what Kanu must do next. If rejected, if Martin Abdikali's no submission case was rejected, many may question the role of faith in justice. Churches and shrines may perform cleansing or liberation ceremonies after the ruling. Kanu may publicly credit God or ancestors for survival. Some will say his non-detention activated a spiritual covenant for Biafra. New religious movements may rise, linking Kanu's struggle with destiny. Some will interpret his experience as biblical prophecy in modern form. A church or mosque may declare him a symbol of what? Prophetic endurance. So let's look at the impact on governance, election, and national image. Federal government may immediately roll out massive reforms in judiciary or security to save face. If ruling favors Kanu, Southeast may demand zoning or presidency 2027, right? Yes, that's if only it favors him. If really favors Kanu, Southeast may demand zoning or presidency 2027. A political party may declare Kanu as voice of the people in campaign posters. If ruling goes wrong, INEC may fear low voter turnout in Southeast for future elections. If court is praised globally, Nigeria may use the case to rebuild its democratic image. Ruling may affect Nigeria's rankings on international human rights lists. Diaspora Nigerians may pressure foreign governments to act diplomatically. Federal government may form a new committee on national unity and ethnic inclusion. Ruling may be quoted in international court cases on unlawful detention. Nnamdi Kanu may be seen globally as either a hero, a threat, or a future statesman, depending on how it ends. So these are things that are likely going to happen if on 18 July, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu it is not released. So now, let us take a look at the international fallout and geopolitical shockwaves. United Nations may call for broader reforms in Nigeria over the case handling. If federal government disobeys the ruling, ECOWAS may impose sanctions or penalties. Federal government may issue travel advisories warning about the unrest in southeast Nigeria. Amnesty International may launch a global petition demanding Kanu's full freedom. A major African leader, example Cyril, may comment on the ruling. If Kanu wins, African Union may use the case as a model for decolonization debate. The UK Parliament may hold a special session over Kanu's extradition rendition. Like, you guys need to know and note the possible outcome, because of on that day, all these things I said will be coming to pass. That's it. On 18th July, all these things I'm saying now, all of them will be coming to pass. So you guys need to note all these things. So, like I said, the UK Parliament may hold a special section over Kanu's extraordinary redemption. International students may hold solidarity marches on campus across Europe or US. Foreign media may compare Kanu to Mandela or practice Lumumba. Some global powers may secretly support Biafra's cause diplomatically if ruling favors him. So let's take a look at the hidden traps and tactics moves from federal government or DSS. If Kanu is freed, DSS may monitor him, that's 247. The DSS will be monitoring him with new surveillance tech. Federal government may create a Biafra dialogue committee to water down his influence. DSS may immediately rearrest him for new intelligence-related crimes. Military may quietly deploy more troops into the east, expecting protests after ruling. Federal government may release Kanu but ban indigenous people of Biafra as a terrorist group again, enforcing a crackdown. DSS may fabricate a fake assassination plot to justify continued detention. Federal government may offer Kanu a high-level political appointment to silence him. Example, peace and envy. DSS may block his access to phones, media, or lawyers post-ruling. Federal government may introduce a gang order bill that limits speech around subsection or ethnicity. Federal government may fund a rival movement to challenge IPOB, confusing the public. So these are possible things that is going to be happening. Yes, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not released and if he's released. So let me tell you guys the legacy moment and future implication of all these whole things. If released, Kanu might be invited to speak at the UN or African Union within a year. His life story may become a textbook case in African law schools. An annual Remembrance Day may be created, Freedom Day, by indigenous people of Biafra supporters. His name may be added to the list of modern African freedom icons. Then, if rejected, Southeast youth may vow to boycott federal elections permanently. Kanu may become a symbol of digital age revolution, the click to free world generation. If ruling sparks civil tension, state of emergency may be declared in parts of the East. Kanu will be invited for secret talks with Tinubu's government after ruling. Future freedom fighters may use Kanu's strategy as a legal case study for resistance. This court decision may mark the start of Nigeria's biggest international political transition since 1999. So these are things that are, let me say, from courtroom chairs to United Nations chambers, from sit-at-home orders to international protests. These are the possible outcome of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's no submission ruling. This is no longer just about one man It's about memory and in the future of a nation. Why July 18th will be that day Nigeria will rise to justice or run from it. So guys, that's all we have for today. Let me know your comments below. And also, if you know you're new to this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn your notification button to be getting all the latest news in this channel. And also, please don't forget to drop your comments below. Tell me what you really think about the possible outcomes of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the 18th July. So guys, thanks for watching.